Morning, my fellow zombies out there who are sleep deprived, emotionally screwed up. Or is that sleep screwed up and emotionally deprived? I'm still working on that one. It is July the 8th, 2023 for a Saturday. We were down to Roseman, California. We are here. Why? I don't know. Well, my sleep's been getting somewhat stabilized, I think. For a Saturday, not bad. Yeah, been going on the internet. I'm hearing some of the older news that some people are still sharing left and right. There's one guy named of Artist in Recovery. He's been doing that. He's been having legitimate concerns concerning about Governor Ron DeSanctimonious and the state of Florida and its citizens, of a sort. I added that part because I got a problem with the Florida citizens at this point over here because they really don't care about their damn state going under. And everyone else is talking about you guys, so why aren't you guys doing something about it? Simply put, either they don't care, or they're too damn scared, or they got no power of any sort to change their government system. Especially when you have a governor signing in so many damn laws that's curtailing anything and everything. They used to make Florida great to visit. Now they suck royally. And I don't understand why he keeps interfering with federal laws concerning about commerce, because interstate commerce is one of those things that the federal government gets involved with. But because we have a screwed up House of Government, House of Representatives right now, they apparently don't care. They really don't. You've got a Freedom Caucus over there that's been kicking out one of their members, and they're still being a bunch of jerks, forcing their minority issues among the majority theoretical GOP over there. To me, they're still following Trumplicans. I mean, they're still Trumplicans. Unless, of course, they get off the dead ass and actually prove themselves that they are a legitimate political party that actually cares about their constituents. Otherwise, they're nothing. I'll say it again. You guys are nothing. Coming from California, yeah, I'm a libtard state here. Well, because we haven't been out there screwing people left and right. And we didn't screw up with the interstate commerce, much like you guys have been doing every other state left and right who keeps telling us undocumented aliens out there. We gotta throw them out. We gotta throw them out. Well, you guys keep remembering something of that. Your undocumented has been getting work, paying taxes, trying to keep a roof over their head, and trying to keep their families alive while they're going through immigration stuff. And because of the federal laws, let me reverse that, federal laws guaranteed by the Constitution of the United States, that even if they happen to have children born in the United States territory, that means United States territory. Look it up. We even got a few islands out there, probably in the Pacific as well as the Caribbean, that are United States territory. I'd think Alaska and Hawaii, Puerto Rico, Virgin Islands, just to name a few, Guam. And not to mention the solid 48 states landlocked with each other. So I'm thinking these territories here, if you had a child born in these territories, they actually would have legitimate and valid concerns of being a United States citizen because they were born in the territories. I mean, we had the practice ever since we had the Constitution, and we had this thing drafted, and nobody challenged it for over 240 something years. But now we got some kind of penitent geeks out there saying, now we have to challenge it. Well, are we going to be challenging our own sovereignty, our own citizens on this one? Are we really going to be going that far? That means if I've been here in the state of California for so many years, all my damn life, and if I actually sired a kid, would he be considered a United States citizen? Well, according to the Constitution, yeah. As long as we haven't introduced any amendments into the process, and we haven't. But now we got these Trumplicans out there who want to do so. Take away sovereignty rights. All they say is for two undocumented aliens. What about the citizens who are here in the United States originally? Are we going to be trying to get that kind of constitutional crap going on? Think about it while I take my dog out for a walk. Now, since my dog's taken care of, how about we take care of the other dog that's in their presence? Somebody want to tell me why. Cracking down hard on illegal immigrants by sponsoring transportation in another state to transport them to other states because the federal government, according to this one particular transporting state, has no clue what to do about the immigration policy. It doesn't care. It's just doing political points. And meanwhile, the states that the illegal documents, undocumented people, are coming to the states, seemingly the blue states, who actually had borders opened up a bit for a few sanctuary cities. Now they're going to get overloaded because the other states have a burp their ass. And some of the states have actually sponsored IDs for the non-documented just so they can get access to a few things here and there. I mean, yes, it's quite a liberal thing for us to think about at this point over here. And because they're not sovereign citizens yet, but they have been contributing, it's no wonder. I'm still trying to get a handle on this one. Yes, they're undocumented. Yes, they came over illegally at this point over here, but they got feet wet. And if they actually prove the case concerning about immigration and reasons why they came over the border the way they did instead of going through the regular routes, because unfortunately getting into the United States isn't as easy as some people actually tried to think about a long time ago. Unfortunately, things have changed so much and the attitudes have changed so much that our open door policy is becoming more of an iron gate. We have fears, we have phobias, we have misconceptions happening left and right that everybody or anybody that comes through the gates ought to be scrutinized to the fullest extent, and maybe even worse. Because how do we know that you are you? And what do you think you're doing in our country over here? Land of the free and home of the brave. Yeah, land of the free. We have an iron gate, and therefore we would have, well, let's see, iron bands wearing on our wrists, or actually in our arms, to indicate whether or not if we are a free state or not, or actually a free nation. I don't think so. Because we're coming more and more to that kind of a one-color uniform with a design on an armband that we're probably going to be wearing at the borders, both northern and southern, and also on the both coasts, to make sure that we only get what we want. Everybody else can be screwed over. But we would welcome the visitors because we want their money. But after they have their fun playing over here, kick their ass out of here or jail their ass up. Is that how it's becoming? Oh, by the way, if you actually had a birth coming into the country here, and you actually get a kid born in the country, According to the old language of the United States Constitution, drafted so many centuries ago, they would have welcomed a new citizen in the United States of America. Unfortunately, with the new Constitution being formulated by every other Tom, Dick, and Harry in the other states, who got their own version, own draft of it, you may not be a sovereign state after all. You may not be a sovereign citizen. And even then, the sovereign citizens will be questioned as well. Are you a true patriot? Are you a true American? And what is considered a true American? I didn't say American. I said American. Because don't you understand what kind of a country we got? Do I have to say the slur afterwards? Do I honestly have to say all that crap? Which would be more than welcomed? Because the freedom of speech will be modified. And anything and anyone that isn't us, or of us, you have been warned. Welcome to the New World Order, I take it. Where we have fear, paranoia, and we're looking at each other with a hell of a lot of distress at this point over here. Oh yeah, and to back it up, we have welcomed firearms at every place and shape. Worse than the people trying to conquer the West and the stigmas and the stereotypes we've had. That the gun was necessary for anything and everything. How we'll just introduce this little lead into your body here one way or another, son. Because I don't think I appreciate you one way or a bit. You didn't say or do anything that I thought was legal. Therefore, the introduction of this thing forcefully into your body with a lot of impact into it, a lot of momentum. It'll be a reminder. But we have states going for that policy, don't we? But we ain't got the freedom of speech right now. Screw that noise. See this thing here. Click. This is the only freedom we understand. This is due process. And we're going to change the Constitution to our way of thinking. That's America for you. Land of the free, home of the brave. What did you just say? That's what I thought you do. Doing these characters, and no, I'm not auditioning for Hollywood at any point in my life, but doing these kind of characterizations of these so-called patriotic Americans, well, I'm sorry, patriotic Americans, they also claim sovereignty, some kind of sovereignty thing, that the laws of the land doesn't apply to them. They are higher than that. They are in a sovereignty state. And their sovereignty state, they don't recognize anyone else's laws but theirs. Despite the fact that they may or may not be born United States citizens, don't give a shit about that. No, what they would care at this point is their way of thinking and their way of logic is the only thing that they understand. Despite the fact they may have done grievous accounts against state and federal and local laws. Doesn't matter. They think they're higher than that. Now, we're running into people like that on a constant basis, aren't we? They're claiming sovereignty. They're claiming sovereign citizens because they don't recognize the laws on the land that they're in. Now, what happens if these poor schmucks happen to, I don't know, say, travel over to Mexico? or to Canada, or been on a cruise ship, or a flight away from the states of California, or away from the, did I say states of California? I'm not going to get it in that one. But away from the sovereign territory of the United States. And he happened to go to another country or another sovereignty. And what happens during that time? Oh, I couldn't help it but just beat the living crap out of this poor tour guide who gave me the wrong direction somewhere else. I want to pop us some beers. So what does it get me? McDonald's. Hell, I was just traveling over to Ensenada over there. Had my pickup truck with a case of beer came across the borderlines. You know, we were so lucky about that when I got into what was it called again? Mexico? Mexico? What the hell is this place anyway? A lot of foreigners. I came across over there. And I went down to Ensenada. I mean, TJ was, Ensenada was supposed to be the party town. Too many foreigners in TJ. Anyway, I went over there with my pickup truck, my beer. Had some cheap ass gas pumped in there. Couldn't help it. The guy doesn't know what the hell he was talking about, so I beat the hell out of him. What the hell? Now you got these law enforcement guys looking for me. Oh, hell with them. I'm American. I got sovereignty rights. I came down to Ensenada looking for Papa's beers. I got McDonald's. McDonald's? I want a bear. I can't get beer. I can't speak the language. Why can't they speak English? So I came over in my truck and just asked for directions. He flipped me off. Well, I flipped him over my truck. How about that one? I had enough of it, and I got bored with these guys. Guys, hell. They're nothing but foreigners. They're a bunch of... I went over to the border again. And I crossed over. And some border agent told me I had to go back to Mexico. Ah! I'm a sovereign citizen. I can go anywhere I want. And if it's back to my own bed, where the hell I have it at? Well, usually somewhere else, but still. They can't kick me out of the United States. America. I'm a sovereign citizen. Now, who cares about the rights of them foreigners? I'm a sovereign citizen. I can do anything I want. Last time I checked, I just took out old Bessie there and made Bessie proud of being what she was and what she can do. Of course, old Bessie had to get more stuff pulled out of her grill plates. But I think I made my point clear. I'm a sovereign citizen. Nobody can touch me. Unless, of course, I got the damn Mexican federales on my ass at this point over here. Sponsored by the United States government and their corruptible nature. Don't you know who you think I am? I'm a sovereign citizen. I can go anywhere I want. I've got sovereign impunity. I've got immunity to anything and everything. Yeah. Oh shit, here they come again. Oh, now what do they gotta do? I'm gonna think I'm gonna just run over a few of them. Just what the... Come on, Bessie, let's get some in your grill here. For the record, I don't drive. I hate driving. Guys been watching my videos. You guys ought to be knowing my damn patterns right about now. As I said before, my channel deals strictly with my own damn thoughts, feelings, reflections, and God knows what else I got coming out of my damn mouth. Usually a lifeboat for my own memory. And if I'm going through a grieving process or mourning process, yeah. If I happen to talk about politics, it means I'm observations of a lot of things happening and it's also my own personal opinion over here. It doesn't matter. or does it? And yeah, for the record, I had been to Ensenada with my big brother on a cruise ship. And no, we weren't looking for papas and beers. That place was totally backed up. But McDonald's was suitable anyway. Just don't drink the water. You can drink the sodas, but you don't drink the water. Bottled sodas works better. I'll stick to cruise food anyway. Well, if I wanted a Mexican food, I've got places around my own home here I can go to for it. I crave for a big ass burrito with a couple of tacos on the side of it. I got a place I know to go to, and they've got good people over there too. I got a Mexican restaurant over here in case I want to really get a hacienda kind of feel. And I can go over there and feel comfortable and have a good meal and have good company. I'm not talking about the customers coming in. I'm talking about the staffers, and I'm talking about management. What I don't like is the characterizations I keep putting on over here of these crazy ass people over here that probably are existing left and right. It scares the hell out of me, because if I happen to come across one of those kind of characterizations, oh yeah, that's going to be an interesting day right there. Sovereignty rights? Sovereignty? What the hell is this shit anyway? You gotta look and think that you're above all law of the land? I mean, if you happen to go to another country and you happen to get into trouble with the government system, yeah, you probably have the State Department will try to help you out, but the problem is you're still stuck. You're still stuck. Better yet, if you're a damn reporter, go in a place like, say, Russia, you're really screwed. North Korea, forget it. Sneeze the wrong way and you're arrested. And then used as a political puppet. China, probably do the same damn thing, except they'll bury your ass and, I'm sorry, you're a U.S. citizen? So I was always trying to make a note in one of my videos concerning about how United States citizens look at themselves. And it still rattles my cage because we still look at ourselves as Pax Roman. We are citizen supreme, even to our own damn government system. It's a problem. We got that mentality there. We have rules, we have regulations, we have laws that guide and guard us and protect us and also incarcerate us. But this is what we agreed to. This is the consent of the governed. We are United States citizens. United States citizens who live in a country called United States of America, with a capital A on it. Not little fiefdoms and not little kingdoms of states left and right tell you that you have to behave this one way or dress one way or you have to have an ID card that states this or states that. If you don't, you're going to get busted. 5 states already that actually have documentation, or actually identification for the non-documented. And in their own states, they can travel to do their own destinational things. But in a particular state of Florida, and then probably the other red states are going to be picking up on this one, they're going to say, no, you're illegal as hell, and you're going to be busted as hell, and we don't recognize this damn thing. There are states out there, there are about, I don't know, about 17, more than that, who actually have the thing called the real ID, and California is one of those places. I hadn't gotten it. I'd gotten too damn lazy for it. Now stick with my own damn ID. Don't like it? On you. It means if I'm going to be traveling outside of my own damn country, I'm going to have the proper documentation, which means I would have to go about, 5, 6 months. Get maybe a passport if I wanted one. If I wanted one, if I was going to be traveling. And have it with my regular ID. See, I don't play the government thing about, you must have this. No, I have what I have. And I'm not showing it to you much. I have to show it to people? What the hell's going on? Shit. No question in the state of California. But then again, I never had any law enforcement officers out there trying to tell me that I had to have the damn shit in the first place. Try this one. COVID-19 kicked in, and yeah, those are the shots I had. Nothing else after that. Plus, I also have medical ID just in case. No, just in case. And yeah, state of California. I got it in a little case here, just in case. Bus pass, school ID. School ID. Still needed one of these damn things to get one of these. Tap card. Wonderful thing about these tap cards, you load them up and you ride a local transit. Or, well, let's see, the tap card's being used on a lot of transit places. The only thing they didn't do is Kern. I wish they could. I could just load this damn thing up more and more and use it that way. But that's alright. We'll take care of that one eventually. Yeah, but this is the kind of documentation I have that I allowed to carry myself, that I allowed to carry. Because I don't want anybody else to know what the hell I got. You know, state ID. I needed state ID because you need it for things. But not to keep constantly showing it and shoving it in people's faces saying, look at me, I got this one here. Yeah. And meanwhile, you got the identity thieves looking at the stuff saying, like Dracula and Dead and Loving It. They're looking at something like identity theft, big thing. So yeah, I hardly ever show this damn shit. Except if I'm going to have Dracula, Dead and Loving It, doing that to me all the time, and there goes my data. Sucked out. I'll stick my neck out there, and this is what happens. I'll be moving this place eventually, one of these things. Screw it. I'll work on this damn thing later. It just drives me crazy that I've got these people worrying a lot about non-essential and I don't know what their major malfunction is. In a particular state that is quoted to be dependent upon more tourist dollars than agriculture. Oh yeah, and there was another thing that artist was telling. And I heard about this one last week, and I'm like, you got to be freaking kidding me. You're going to be making the streets and the roadways glow to help people, what? Get radioactified? Is that a word? No, you're going to get them cancer. You're going to get them health concerns. I mean, that's wonderful. That's radon gas is one of those poisonous damn things. And those damn things give people cancer. We've had it for decades. We've known about it for decades. We've been fighting it in the damn court systems and trying to outlaw the damn shit. But you know, it's a naturally causing product of the earth. But now we get to throw in radiation in the ground. When you're walking on a repaved street or driving on a roadway, how lead-lined is your vehicle to protect you from radiation emitting from the asphalt? Now, as articles that artists had been researching here, and I really got to find those articles and I got to post them into my notes on this one, is that we have rocks and we have materials being converted, and we had fertilizer being made for the livestock, and yet somewhere in the byproduct process, and I'm not a geochemist, I'm not a chemist, there's no way I can understand the process there, but still, in the process that was reported by other reporters of different news organizations that Florida theoretically has billions of tons of this stuff, and they need to get rid of it. And the manufacturing places have no place to put them in. Why not put them into roadways? Make the Make it more convenient for the commercial operations to get rid of their damn junk. And it's supposed to be helping drivers' visibility somehow. And if there's any chance there's going to be any health concerns about the damn thing, Environmental Protection Agency has to okay it because of the potential radioactive material. And if it isn't okay, then the governor just signed a bill authorizing this stuff to be plowed under, violating a federal law. But he's already doing that already with the commerce situation. He's already disallowing 5 state IDs already in the state. He's already interfering with commerce. They say, no, 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 no. This is immigration situation. This is a federal thing. We are taking care of the federal thing. No, 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 no. And we keep telling him this is a federal thing. You don't like it so much. You know where the House of Congress is at. No, 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 no. I've been a congressman. I know what I'm doing at this point over here. I know my sovereign rights. I know everything over this place over here. I'm running for president, even though I signed up for a second term in Florida. It doesn't matter. It goes what I say because I'm the governor. Oh, my God. He makes me sick as hell. He makes me sick as hell, I swear to God. Of course, point the finger at me. Say, you're a libtard, you're a libtard. I say, thank you. I'm a libtard, I'm a libturd, and I do turds. How's that grossing you out? That is grossed out if I'm going to be walking on this, if I ever choose to actually grace my presence on a panhandle that's sinking, because they don't understand global warming, but they don't care to understand about global warming. They don't understand about Florida sinking, though. And they have politics to thank for that. No, actually, they have themselves to thank for this. Because they were stupid enough to vote the son of a bitch back in, and he went for presidency. Screwing the people over left and right. How to govern the state? Ugh. Make the state worthless in everyone else's eyes. If you want a good education, don't go to Florida. If you want your tourism, don't go to Florida. If you want to work, don't go to Florida. If you come there to die, come to Florida. They'll be more than welcome to probably bury your remains and along with the radioactivity that got put into the streets and roadways. Kind of harsh. But hell, the people voted this stuff. They wanted it. They got it. Because they didn't have any mechanisms in their particular state of getting rid of the old trash that they had. What, you guys don't have recall elections? Apparently not. But here in the state of California, we do. I'm sorry, that's because we're libtards and libtards. We're democratic. We're liberalism. We're here because wokeism is here. And you can take your Hunter Biden crap and shove it up your damn roadways and get radioactified.